Welcome to episode 3 of Surviving DJ Genesis.
Rich nigga, dug my way out of the mud, nigga, don't try me. It's a long line, get in line, come find me. I be somewhere ducked off where the vibes be. Lifestyle so good, like I'm Bill Cosby. I'm walking it like I'm talking, so watch what I'm stepping. You know what it is, you know what I be rapping. I'm walking it like I'm talking, so watch what I'm stepping. You know what it is, you know what I be rapping.
I'm Tribe Zulu, gang, gang, gang.
And I'm Glittery Energy.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
Tribe Zulu, baby.
Yes, gang. Peace and love, family, and thank you so much for coming back to episode 3 of Surviving with DJ Genesis. We are so happy to have you and to continue this saga. We have, hopefully you've been watching, and if you haven't, please take a chance to pause it and run that thing on back.
Okay, so back in 2021, we met DJ on Ego. 2022, Monica calls me and she's like, hey, we did bad business on the other thing. Hey, let's try to make it right. Like, hey, you guys can come to my house and we can start this company and we can do this and we can work together as a team. Okay, so our main purpose and our main focus was to become a partner up with DJ Genesis, aka Monica, to make money.
You're going to want to make sure you see and keep up and just know what the hell is going on.
Also, like, subscribe, and comment. Make sure you go to our channel and you support us in any way possible, not just by giving money, but by liking.
Okay, a like. And a comment. Share. Go on with
and share.
Talk to us nice. We want to talk to
y'all. To us at all.
Share it, text it to your friends or whatever. Tell your people to watch it.
Zulu
for
Vision,
sure.
TZE. Let's
right.
go.
So this episode, we are going to continue on in the story about Tribe Zulu's personal and professional experience with DJ Genesis. And we got some things we want to talk about pertaining the first event that we do, the event that we do together, the Charleston White and Princella event. We're going to cover that. We're going to cover what the energy in the home is like. What the day-to-day, consists of. Queen Azine is going to be telling us a lot about that. She has some experience with that. And again, the bad business. The business is always going to be at the basis of what we're speaking about, because that is what this relationship and the foundation is based upon. And that is where most of the breakdown happens. And that is what ultimately leads to the complete separation between Tribe Zulu and DJ Genesis. And a lot of it definitely comes to the surface with the Charleston White and Princella event of the Worlds Colliding. So Chief Shaka, why don't you take it away? The last episode we were coming off of, the disagreement that had happened between DJ Genesis and you about the tax payment. Now this is in the midst of this now event is being planned. So where are we at with it? How are we feeling? And what are your thoughts and your feelings going into this event that we're supposed to be doing with DJ Genesis?
Okay, so mind you, going into this, the whole Charleston White thing, she came up with this idea on her own. She never consulted with me. She never consulted with Azine. So therefore, for her to be like, all right, I'm gonna go do this and do that with Charleston White and Priscilla, she had already had it in motion. So when she presented it to us, it was like we were already on. We didn't have no choice but to be on board
Employees.
with her and to be supportive of her idea. At this point, now we're supportive of her. It's no longer a Zulu Vision project, and that's where I was feeling out of place, because it's like, how is it that you using my name, you're using my brand, and you're using me, but yet I have no place in this thing at all. I'm just the rag doll being thrown around.
Where did Zulu Vision even come from? How did that happen? Exactly
my point, and the point of my next point is that she created Zulu Vision without even having a conversation with Zulu Vision. TV was created by Monica Lockett, not by me and Azine. Nobody. That was created by her on her own, and then she tried to throw it in my face one day when I'm like, well, if that's something that you created for me, why don't I have any control? Why don't I have any say-so? Why am I not a part of any of this? If you want me to be a part of it, let me know what my role is. What's my role in this movie? And she never gave me a role. She never gave Azine a role. She just dragged us along, telling us what to do. I need you to do this, and I need you to do that. She wanted to give you that bill. So then when it came down to it, we all right, wait, well, if we're going to be saying this and representing this and being a part of this, then we got to know what our percentage of this is. Because we're not just gonna be working for free. If you're gonna go pay Charleston White $2,000, and you're gonna say, and she said she paid Princella $1,800, which was a total of almost $4,000. So how are we gonna recoup this $4,000 if you're talking about you don't care about making money? That shit don't make sense to me, when that's what I came here to do with you, was to make money. And I'm showing you how we gonna make money. And then you're going behind, you're showing me how we not gonna make money. And how we just want to do this shit for the publicity, nigga, when we already got all that. We got these two people who are gonna sell the show, and we are gonna reap the rewards of it, because we're gonna put on the show. And we're gonna have it all in one place where everybody could come and watch it and be supportive of us and be able to build our brand as a whole, as a unit, as a team. And she took that away from us.
Because that's one thing that she would always try to say, you know, we're just starting out. So, you know, a lot of things we're not going to make money. You know, we're just starting out. We just want to get people to come. And one thing that, you know, Shaka would always try to let her know, well, if you're dealing with people like Shaka, who already has a following, Princella already has a following, Charleston White already has a following, then we actually, no, we can make some money.
We already have a draw. We are the draw.
So we don't have to move it as amateurs. We don't have to move as people who are just such in the beginning stages. And we can charge. And he's not saying to charge a lot.
We were gonna charge $2, $1.99.
Okay, so that was the plan that came. All right. Well, since now that you didn't gave us this network, now we got this network. Now we need to work this network, and we need to make this network the best it can be. So let's come out with dope content and then present it on this platform for a small fee. And deal with people who already have a bit of a following, so they know they're going to bring people in, and let's get to the bag, okay? We got a plan. We have a plan of action of how everything is going to be run. You know, they hit me up, and that's when I come into play. And as you know, you guys may or may not know, you know, we have all been in contact for a few years now, because we done started over on Bigo, and even before then on Instagram, a lot of us met on Instagram. So, you know, that's when the tribe hits me up, and they're like, listen, you know, we have this going on, and we would love it if you came and you hosted, and, you know, you've helped facilitate and be a part of this opportunity.
And mind you, I looked at it like, all right, if I get Glitter to sit in for me, because I was supposed to be the host, but if I get her to sit in for me, then not only do we get that bag, we also get that bag, because if I stay at work, we also make it extra $200.
Yeah, because he was working. He had a job.
I was already
working.
full-time working, so I was like, why am I going to take off work when I could stay at work, get that bag, and then have Glitter and Azeen run that show together? That way Azeen's not doing all the work by herself. So boom, it was a double whammy for us to get two bags at once.
Yeah. Yep. So we had that plan. We had the plan to get the bag of charging just as simply the $2 to stream it on the network. Because the plan was to funnel everybody into one place to watch it.
Which was Zulu Vision.
Which was Zulu Vision, the Television Network, the gift. Okay, the gift.
That's $350 a month originally.
We're paying $300 a month. So I'm like, if we're gonna pay $300 a month,
we gotta make it make sense.
Something.
And we needed to. Our main thing was to get subscribers over to
charge
that.
like what, $1, $2?
It was like $2. It was $1.99, guys. We were gonna charge for this.
Even if we only brought in a couple thousand people, that's a couple $1,000.
Yes,
Times
and we were
two.
still going to give away some of it for free. We're going to stream some of it, but then in order to see all of it, you were going to have to come over to the network. Okay, it was a great plan, and this is where the frustration comes, because we make these plans and then Miss Monica just goes and does whatever she wants to do.
So we're all thinking that we're all on board.
All on board and have
Go ahead,
this
I
plan.
take over because we've been doing it.
So yes, we were like, let's do it for a fee. Now she's hanging out with Princella more, right? And she's she's really trying to be on Princella's team. She's trying to get into Princella's network. So
she's like trying to manage her low key. It was really strange.
She was like, you're gonna go on Real Life. You're gonna go.
So
to
me,
bed.
Monica,
like setting up this stuff.
me, Monica, and Princella all went to Real Life Street Stars together, and we brought her and presented her to Real Life Street Stars just like we did Solar, Velvet, and myself, as well as DJ. Now she put herself on the show as well, because she's always got to be. She's like fucking Diddy. She want to be all in the videos. She want to be all in the production. She want to be all on the song. She want to be fucking Puffy.
That's why I say
But she can't dance,
She doing.
and she don't got no motherfucking swag like Diddy.
That's why she be letting niggas like Velvet and Solar come live with her, because she want any notoriety she can get off a nigga. Okay.
It's winning things to
Okay, everybody. So now that Princella's hanging out with her, ooh, let me see how much in her bag I can get. Let's see what dollars I can get off.
So
her
she
bag.
basically turned on us for Princella. She's basically like, well, fuck y'all. Princella got a bigger name than y'all. She's a bigger draw. You guys are nobody.
But she pays to play, y'all.
And we like,
she pays to
and
play.
we like, so why the fuck would you put this network in our name if we don't got a big enough brand for you?
Why is the network?
Why are you
Zulu
using our
Vision?
name? Why you just put the shit in your name and you didn't have you wouldn't have to worry about us saying
$1,000,000
shit
question.
to you if you would have just put it in your motherfucking name. Why would you put it in our name if we wasn't big enough?
So we get into the fact that Princella starts telling Monica, you should just put it on YouTube because everybody's on YouTube and you'll get a larger audience that way. Now we're diving into, now it's no more about making money. Now all of a sudden it's about how many people can she reach with her videos.
And mind
Now
you,
it's about-
I'm against that shit because I said that shit only works for Princella. And the only person that's gonna win if we do that is Princella.
That's where her
Princella's on
audience was.
YouTube.
I want to use Princella and Charleston to draw an audience to
To where
Zulu
we
Vision
want them to
to
go.
where we can get our subscribers, even if it was just 2,000, 1,000
Even if it was
subscribers
100.
at $2. Even if it was 100, we still would have made enough to pay
This is
for
a
the
monthly
subscription.
to support what we're doing.
We still would have made enough so that the network can now finally support itself.
Correct.
And we're not coming out of our pocket, and Monica's
now we
not
can
coming out of her
focus
pocket.
on
But she didn't give a fuck
content.
about none of that shit.
Exactly.
She was like-
Exactly. And okay, and let's talk about YouTube. I want to make it clear because I wanted to make sense for you guys. Monica has a lot of vices, like I told y'all. She gets very fixated on things. One thing that she is heavily fixated on is motherfucking YouTube. Okay, this YouTube is a big part of her fucking life. You know, YouTube has all these goddamn dark, dusty corners of subcultures of people who are fixated on certain things, and she is this group of people. You know, it has a lot to do with Jaguar Right, which we'll get into that in the next episode. So keep it locked because we got some piping hot tea there. But there's this corner of YouTube where they live, where like it's like they're all obsessed with like the drama of each other. So she's on this YouTube, y'all, until 6, 7 in the morning or whatever. And so it was so important for her to stream this on her YouTube.
Yeah, so I just want to say, I want to tap back into my first experience being around Monica. Okay, one of the things that she said that she doesn't smoke around kids. Okay, because
She did say
children.
that when we first got
So when we
there.
first got there, she says, I don't smoke around my children. I
I
don't
always
smoke around
go
kids.
outside.
I go outside. Mind you, she went outside maybe the first week, maybe 2 weeks, right? But it was getting cold. Okay, and she stopped going outside and she started staying in the house. So you have the kitchen, you have the living room, then you got her office right there. So she's always in her office on the computer. She always got a stick and she always got a beer. Okay?
Oh.
That's what she did every single day, all day. And she was always watching YouTube. Even when she was at work. She had YouTube over there in the corner and she was watching, I'm not even gonna name drop. She was watching a lot of different people. She was watching all the carbonation sagas. Every person that ever reports on carbonation, she watching it. Okay, she watched every video. She'll play it back. She'll rewind it.
Oh, yeah,
If you're talking about
multiple
her,
times.
don't let you talk about her. She gonna replay it and study it and try to like memorize.
Laugh,
She watched-
cry,
But
all
then
the
have us up.
things.
But then have us. She's like a nature boy. Nigga would have us up all night watching this shit with her.
Yes,
She was like,
3,
Auntie,
4
because
o'clock.
once she get
Oh
lit
my
off
God.
of
See this
you,
video?
she
Making
wants you to come
up
in
out your
and yeah.
motherfucking sleep. Come in here and
Man.
watch this shit with
She
her.
will come
My
in there
nigga,
while you're
oh
sleeping,
my
knock
God.
on the door, and be like, "Come watch."
And we
this
try to be
video."
supportive of whatever the fuck she talking about, and we got, but trying to be her friend. But goddamn,
I
after a while, we
tried.
said
I
fuck that
tried.
It's
shit.
But I don't
draining.
like watching that stuff.
After
because-
months of doing that shit,
What?
It's draining.
I'm not watching that.
It's draining, and I'm telling you, hours of it, you guys, like watching it over and over and over again until 6 and 7 in the morning. Like we can't. Nobody's doing
Every
that.
combination video, every Jaguar video. Oh, don't even get into the Jaguar videos.
Ooh,
but
child.
she was like studying them. Okay, she was studying them. But I'm just like, that's all she did every day. And every time we walk by her, come here real quick, let me show you.
you know what's
this
weird
video."
about that? She never took the time to study the people that she bringing into her house.
And she bring it to her own house.
Why you bringing all these people to your house? She didn't know. She said she didn't know nothing about her business. She trying to say it was a box in the wall that's smaller than her garage. Fact, that's not facts. That's wrong.
Even if it was, listen, we got our own thing. We were
Correct.
doing our own thing.
Correct.
So why judge the size?
Correct.
When we're like starting out, we're just doing something like either support us
And
or
you
don't,
believed in
but-
it, so don't try to come now and
Don't
act
try
like
to
you
knock
didn't
that.
believe in everything and you
She
weren't
didn't believe
on
in it
board.
because
Because it was a
at
delivery
the end of the
service,
day,
but-
if she believed in it, she would have invested in it. And she didn't invest into
invested.
nothing but her own things and what she was trying to get built up for herself. And she was trying to use us as fucking indentured servants to her, to work for her for free, so that she can get some free labor, like she said, that she assumed Nature Boy got out of people. Nature Boy got that out of the people that came there with nothing.
Correct.
We didn't go there with nothing.
Correct.
We came there as
So we ended up
partners
there
with them.
We ended up there for a year because we were trying to support her. We were trying to support every little business thing she threw at us, especially this network. This network was just a big thing, and we just did our best to support her. And it just caused us to be there longer and longer until we got to the point where we just couldn't be there anymore.
So yeah, with this Princella stuff, like we said, at this time, you know, Princella, like she gets new fixations right now. At this point in time, it's Princella. This is the new thing that she's into. She's watching all of her videos. She she buying the books, honey. She is into Princella, and this is really when her man hating like is in kind of like overdrive, because you know, if you know anything about Princella, honey, you know she don't mess with men.
She told me about Princella like maybe a month or two before she actually like got her on the show. And I was sitting, mind you, Monica act like we don't ever hang out. We were sitting in the living room.
Man, we would hang out with her every fucking day.
I always checked in and talked with her.
So we were sitting on the couch, Monica and I, and she was watching this video. And it was a girl, she was talking, and I'm listening to what she's saying, and I'm like what? Because I've never heard of this girl. I didn't know who she was. I just came in on something. So I'm like, wait, does she have a problem with men? And Monica was like, yeah, she don't really like men. And so I'm like, okay. So I just sit there a little bit more, and I start listening more. I'm like, so Monica, do you not like men? Because
she was caping, honey. She was going hard.
Intently. And she was like, nah, I don't like men either. And I got very uncomfortable in that moment. And that was like maybe like really early into our experience at the house. Because I'm thinking
like a month in, maybe 2 months in.
I'm like, I got 2 boys and I got a man. Like, it's like I'm surrounded by masculine energy. So for you to say that, I'm like, why did you bring my man and my 2 boys into your home? If that's how you feel about, if you feel like the way she feels about men and stuff. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like she tried to like emasculate you throughout this entire experience. She tried to be the big dog over you. She really just wanted to. And I feel like part of that came from her watching these Princella videos, because Princella
she was combative with him. I feel like because he was a man.
Oh, absolutely.
And she felt like she had this chip on her shoulder or something to prove
she
like
was
that
trying
she
to
was
get
big
y'all.
dog.
She was trying to get me out the way so that all of y'all could come together and have this woman power.
Because she low key wanted that.
And this is what they was trying to do. It was going to be like polyandry. It was going to be all of these women: Monica, Azine, Glittery, Princella, Legina. What's the other girl name? Angel. It was nothing but women. If you think about it, and I was the only nigga. I was the only man. So you got all these fucking women, and they was gonna come together and do what? They was gonna try to run me, nigga. Please.
Yeah, and
they wanted to run me.
It was crazy. So as they asked me to come down to host this. So I didn't know Princella. You know, I had heard of Charleston White. I didn't know much about him either. I had only seen clips of his viral moments. But I didn't know anything about Princella. So I had to do some research. So I started to look into these people. And when I got there, Monica had the book. Y'all, I read most of this book. And Azine is correct. You know, if you never watched Princella stuff, it's cray. It's intense. And it's a lot. And that's the first thing that I got from it. It's like, wow, I think, I don't want to make a judgment, but it feels like she just she hates men, So
now, I hang out with Princella. I go to me and her got free tickets to go to the Charleston White event, to go meet with Charleston White. So we drove in separate cars, but I met up with her. We kicked it at the show. I got the chance to know her outside, and then she started coming to the house.
You recorded with her, right?
I did a song with her. I got 2 songs with her. Okay. I did a remix of my first song, Streets. She's on the remix of that, and I got a song with her, just me and her, together.
It's pretty dope too.
So, and that'll be dropping soon too. I'll drop that solo as an EP, as another project. But they're gonna be on it. I got Charleston White on some shit as well too. So everybody on some shit. We put everybody to work. Glittery on the album, like I said, they all on the album. Everybody that came through is on the album. I even got motherfucking Goomba on some shit. I ain't playing. Goomba, I got Goomba rapping. Quit playing.
Back to the
But back to Princella. Princella, so this is like after, so now Princella starting to come around more, and we're starting to build a camaraderie. We're all starting to have family, eating together, kicking together. You know what I'm saying? The kids spend the night. You know, she's starting to spend the night now, and now it's like, it's getting crazy.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I literally heard Monica. I was walking past and I heard her say, "You're always welcome to spend the night." When she was getting her new house, she said, "I'm getting a new house. It's got 4 bedrooms. You can have a room. Y'all can just come over all the time." And I'm like, here she go again, just inviting people
offering
to just
up her
come
home
into her
again.
house and be there over like an extended period of time. And I'm like, she didn't have to do all that. That lady never asked for a damn thing. I don't know why she always offered her home. But it's okay because this lady fell asleep on the couch one day. I don't even know what she was doing that day, but her daughter just walked. She was always sleeping on the couch. She was sleeping on the couch. Her daughter just wandering around the house. I'm like, this girl's 6, okay? So I'm like,
and
but mind you, now she's not just 6.
She is.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's not funny, but she is.
We're not trying to make fun of, but I mean, listen, the girl is.
She requires
special
extra.
needs.
She requires extra.
The girl
attention.
got special
she
needs.
She has extra needs.
attention.
She needs extra attention.
She's a 6-year-old girl walking around the house. Her mom was asleep, like knocked out on the couch, like head hanging off the edge.
Mind you, the girl don't really talk much.
And she don't talk much.
She's just more active than she is.
Very
talking.
active. Very active. Listen, if you watch her shows, we ain't saying nothing that you can't see on YouTube. If you watch any of her YouTube shows, the baby is in the background and Princella is yelling the fuck at her and telling her to shut the fuck up and this, that, and the third. So it's not nothing that, you feel me? I want to be, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Well, fuck it then. Put it out there. Look, the little girl running around crazy, handicapped, and Priscilla is knocked out asleep, and she not taking care of the motherfucking baby.
Even when she awake, she don't give a fuck.
Even when she awake, she not watching the motherfucking baby. The baby is doing me, and Priscilla is doing her, and they in 2 different worlds.
And you better not bother her.
That's the shit. That's when 2 worlds collided. Goddamn it.
Even then, Monica would offer to watch her child. I'm like, Monica,
Turn that motherfucker up.
Monica, you don't watch your own kid, but now you volunteering to watch another. I watch your kid, so now I gotta watch your kid and your kid because you volunteered your services, and you're gonna be in the room.
Only thing Monica watches YouTube. She don't watch no damn kids.
No, she don't.
But she be like, leave your kid. Oh, your kid can come over, bring the kid. She let everybody just bring their kids.
And guess what? We gotta feed them.
Feed them.
We gotta clean up behind them, and we gotta motherfucking make sure that they're protected.
Parent them. Protect them. Everything. Because Monica is up on the computer and she's 3 bruised in,
and then
baby.
she's letting them spend the night.
She in the bed.
Didn't one of y'all have to tell her to give Priscilla a blanket? She didn't let Priscilla
have
give her own friend a damn blanket, baby.
The man in the house had to tell them to cover her up and to make sure the kids.
She said, go get her a blanket. He had to tell her, go get her a blanket.
You're not gonna get your friend a blanket? You're not gonna make sure your friend's kids is taken care of? Where their kids go? Where her kids gonna sleep?
And she's not even sleep. Her mom asleep. It's like 1 o'clock.
And the baby just up.
It's like, it's like 2 and 3 in the morning.
It's really like,
and the baby just up and Priscilla just knocked out on the couch, okay?
I'm like, and I didn't know she was putting night or nothing. So
nobody
knew
shit.
I was like, they're still here,
right?
I'm like, your daughter's still walking around. Like, what's? I had to literally put this baby to sleep.
No, but that's that. And then the next day she leaves though, and she's gone
all
all day.
She
went and did another show.
No bag or anything.
She went and did another show.
Monica volunteered to watch the baby again and left the baby here.
So now we got her all day and all night.
She go off to her gig and just let the baby stay night. No bag, no check-in.
Which is not no problem, but the only problem is that there's the lack of communication. That we don't have a problem with feeding people's kids. No. We don't have a problem with them looking after them. None of that. It's just the lack of communication that these adults are going around and just leaving their kids with us.
Right, and the understanding is that Monica's to watch the kids.
But they're leaving them under Monica's supervision, and Monica is pawning them off onto us.
And it's not even that she's pawning them off. It's that she will be in the bed while they're just
she just ain't gonna do it.
She will be drunk, fucked up in bed. She'd be passed out at the computer, or she's either passed out on the toilet, or she's either passed out in her bed.
Yes. So the kids will be running around, and I refuse to just let them destroy the house. So I'm going.
No, because we gonna have to clean that motherfucker.
Because we got to clean it. Absolutely.
We gotta cook. We gotta clean like
nigga. The lady ain't coming for the 2 days.
Yeah, she don't come every day. Yeah, the clean lady. And something else that I wanted, because you mentioned it about, Princella and them not liking men. This is real. This is a real thing, because even when she came, remember what was she brought? Chinese food. What did she bring? It was some food or something she brought for the kids.
Yeah.
And they have, like we said, they have boys.
I have boys.
She
has a daughter.
low-key wasn't trying to talk to the baby because he was a boy. Like, she would be very short and limited in her speech with him. And when she put the food on the she just put the food on the table. She didn't even put the food on plates. And told him, well, you just get some of theirs.
Just share with the girls.
Just share with the girls.
Yeah, she put it the little girls one plate, and then the rest of it went on the table.
On the table.
That's just when I kind of thought something was special ed about the mom, about Princella Clark. Is when I seen her put the food on the table for the kids, and no plates and no silverware, and I'm just like, Jen, you just gonna dump it on the motherfucking table?
And it's Chinese food. It's not.
And you got the nerve to talk about men, bitch. What kind of woman is you? I was thinking like, what the fuck is this shit?
The kids would come up to her. Her own daughter would come up to her and ask her for something, and she would say, "Get the fuck away! I'm working right now. You better not don't say nothing to me. Get out of my face."
See, I ain't never seen that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The shit I saw was mad different than the shit you saw. The shit you saw was mad different than the shit I saw. I saw her do the little boys wrong by putting their food on the table and not on the plate.
Yeah.
And I thought that was mad wild for a woman that's supposed to be a nurturer, that's supposed to be that's supposed to be leading this way of women being everything and women being the most high and put on this platform, the God's on this earth and men ain't shit. And this is how you take care of the nurture the children. They ain't got shit to do with how you feel about the men and all that shit. These is children though, and that's when I knew something was wrong with the bitch. I knew the bitch was handicapped from that moment on. I knew she was special ed. You gotta be you gotta be 5150 unbalanced in the motherfucker to treat kids any type of way.
Yeah. I'm like, every time that girl was around, I made sure she had food, and she only ate fruit, which was cool. So I made sure she ate, and I made sure she went to bed when she needed to.
And we would just make sure she had enough fruit. We put it in a big ass bowl and set it in the refrigerator, and she could just go in and out that motherfucker as she pleased. And we cleaned the fruit, and we cut the tips off, and we made sure that shit was just like she liked it, and she had everything she needed. The little girl wanted for nothing when she was there, but it was just the lack of communication of them communicating that was our job. We just took it upon ourselves to do those things when it wasn't even our responsibility, but it wouldn't have got done if we wouldn't have assumed those positions.
Yeah, and so even the day when Princella came, and I introduced myself to her, let her know I was going to be the person facilitating the interview, and she asked me what I thought about her book, and y'all, she went off on me. She went off on me because I told her, I'm a person where I want to know why. I want to get to the root of the problem instead of just pointing a finger. And I like to be solution based. And I feel like a lot of her, her information that she pushes is about kind of blaming black men or men, because she doesn't like when you say black men. She just says it's all men. As opposed to my question was how did we get here? How did the black men get here? Because there's something that happened before that there's other powers that be, there's other things that happen to put the black men in this position to where I feel like a lot of things that are happening are a result of that. And we should deal with that before we just completely make them an enemy. You know what she told me? We ain't caping for these niggas. Fuck what you talking about. We are not caping for no niggas. No, fuck that. That is our problem as black women. We always making excuses for these niggas. No, they're the fucking problem. She pretty much was not trying to hear none of that shit about me being nice to black men. And Azine,
I asked her.
Yeah.
I asked her. I said, I got 2 boys. I'm raising 2 boys. How do I raise them with your information? And she told me at 13, I'm going to have to kick them out. That was her. That's what she said to me. At 13, I'm going to have to kick them out. I was like, what?
So at 13 years old, she said that you should kick your 2 boys out of the house.
Yes.
Kick my 2 boys out.
Once they hit
I was her 13.
Why they in the 8th grade? Kick them out because at 13 you're in the 8th grade.
At 13, that's where she feels like men are just...
That's crazy, Princella. You're going to have to talk about that.
And when I asked her what was the solution, she said to me that all of the men on the planet is pointless. She was pretty much saying we would have to eradicate all men and just start with a fresh new crop and give them fresh new information, because it's lost cause. That's pretty much how she feels about all of the men in existence. This is a lost cause. It ain't no point in dealing with them because they're not gonna get it. You know what I mean? But this is what's so interesting about her is that she says these things, but then is very, very masculine in nature.
She want to be a man bad. And
I know it's hard to see because she does wear makeup and nails and stuff, but she's got another side of her.
That motherfucker wear probably a jock strap, and she probably
you know that day when she looked like the mechanic now.
Tell
me about when she looked like the mechanic.
She dressing around like a whole nigga, to be real. When she's just in her casual,
And when she's
sometimes she'll put on the wig, sometimes she'll put on her little
makeup and lashes, but she also will put on a straight up button up, some big jeans, a do rag, and a fitted. Okay, and to the point to where we were cooking and getting ready for the Charleston Whiteman, because not only, you know, were we facilitating and, you know, doing all these other things, but we also cooked and, you know, made sure the vibes were straight for everybody and everybody had everything they needed. So we were cooking and everything, because one thing you know about Princella, she don't play about, you know, her gigs and stuff. She was super early, like she was there early, so we were still cooking and everything when she came. And we couldn't get a jar open in the kitchen.
So
y'all gotta speak up so they can.
Yes, we couldn't get the jar open. So we were like, hey, you know, we can't get this open. Can you get this open?
And we made a joke too, because like we wanted to say like, because Shaka was at work, so we were like, we were gonna make it like saying like, oh, well, we wish like a man was here opening, but we were like, we better not say anything like that in front of Princella.
Y'all don't need no.
She was like, yeah, you know, and I said it to her. I said, Princella, we were gonna say like, oh, wish there was a man around to open the jar, but we knew not to say it to you. She was like, damn fucking right, you knew not to say that shit to me, because that's how she talk, y'all. Like, she got a potty mouth, and she was like, yeah, you know fucking right, you shouldn't have said that shit to me.
She was.
Yep, and she took the jar.
When she opened it for us though, she said, y'all don't need no man. That's what she said.
And she said, thank you for letting me be
She opened that.
man.
That's what she said.
Thank you for letting me be a man. That's what she said. There you go.
Thank you for letting me be the man of the house.
That's what she said.
She wanted to be a man.
And this really struck me by great surprise, because everything that I had learned about Princella was that she was, you know, her position was that men, she had an issue with masculinity. But in that moment of her saying, thank you for letting me be the man in the house, because she was almost proud to open this jar, y'all. Like, she was proud to be able to do this, because us weak women couldn't open up this jar, but she could. And she said it like, thank you for letting me be the man in the house. That really flipped my shit, because I was like, wait a minute. So how she want to be like the very thing in which she detests? Like, how that work?
Man, listen.
It's kind of like the transgender woman.
All right now, Shaka.
It's kind of like the nigga in my job, right? The nigga in my job is the woman, but she took the hormones to be a man, but yet she still fuck transgender men. They still got the piece, but just like a woman.
Wow.
That's still kind of like that same mindset. Like, that's kind of like the same shit. Like, nigga, how could you fuck that person when that's the total opposite of what you try to do? Nigga, that shit weird as fuck. That's crazy. You gotta be sick in the fucking head. You gotta be psycho. That's some real 5150 shit.
Yeah. But yeah, so I wanted to say this. This is why I brought up Princella again. Because Princella told her to put the Charleston. Yes. Princella told us to put the Charleston White video on YouTube, right? So now we're getting into why we are no longer charging $199, but we're still paying $300 a month, and we're gonna put it on YouTube
as opposed to this network,
as opposed to our network, just because we want to see how much, you know, traction we can get.
Because right now it's just about getting viewers and getting people, as opposed to,
it ain't about making money no more.
Right, it's not about money.
When we have this network that costs money.
Right.
There was never a conversation
That's
about
why
that.
I was snapping every day from that point on.
During this time period, she was really going at it with Jag. So that's important to understand.
Very
She's
important to
going
understand.
at it with Jag. So now it comes to the day where we're going to drop the episode, show. And we're like, okay, you can put it on all the platforms, but only put a limited time in it.
A clip.
Right. 30 minutes of the hour or however long.
Not the whole show.
Not the whole show.
15-minute
so
clips.
People can come to Zulu Vision because that's what we're trying to build, Zulu Vision. So Princella got like 30, 40 minutes of it, whatever, right? Monica's playing it on her YouTube channel.
Literally goes live.
It's playing it from her channel and our channel, okay? And I'm like, and I didn't notice it at first. I didn't even realize because I'm watching it from our channel. And so I go in there and I see that she's streaming it on her channel, and I was like, oh, are you gonna stop it at some point or something? Like, what's going on? And I don't remember what she said. But once it got to the end of the video and everything was said and done, I was like, I don't think you should keep the video on your channel because, for one, her channel got how many views the first
like 53,000
like
views.
thousands of views, while Zulu Vision only got maybe
3,000 views the first day.
So I'm like, I don't think you should keep it on your channel because if we're trying to build Zulu Vision, why would we put it over here? That's just
on DJ Genesis
You're
channel.
splitting the views. This is
where
your
nobody
person.
is.
This is her personal channel. Just so you guys understand, like the plan was to funnel everybody to the Zulu Vision YouTube channel. She has
we were
split
charging
the views.
$199.
She has now split the views by streaming it on her personal channel. Now people are going there, and we're not doing what we were supposed to do.
We're not making no money.
Zulu Vision isn't getting built up. Monica Lock is getting built up, but not Zulu Vision. So I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you should delete the video.
That wasn't what we came to do. That was never the plan. The original plan was that we were all going to come together and do this as a team, and we were going to charge, we were going to make money so to get the network jumping, so that the network could be functional on its own without it having to be ran by DJ Genesis pocket.
This was the draw to get people to subscribe
that was the whole
to
point,
the
was to make
network.
her money back, and also for all of us to make money off of it.
So now that we're here and she done played it on her channel, and I'm like, you
We
know,
made money.
and now, mind you, we were all chilling in the studio, and she's in her office. So we're in the garage and she's in the house. So I'm going back and forth talking to Monica, like, you know, I don't think we should do that. And then coming back and, like, talking to Shaka and Glitter and trying to get to understand, like, am I tripping that she's playing this on her channel? So I was like, I want to make sure that I'm coming at this correct. I don't want to be inappropriate. So I was like, am I tripping?
Can y'all
that
turn
I
it
don't
down a
like?
little bit?
So I'm like, I don't want to sound like I'm tripping for telling her, like, I don't think you should do this. And they were like, no, you're right. Absolutely correct with everything that you're feeling. So I go back in there. I'm like, yeah, so, like I don't understand. It's not making sense, right? So now Priscilla's here. She was there for the whole stream. She watched the whole stream and everything. And even Priscilla came in and she was like, because I was telling her, like, I already don't like the fact that we're not putting it on the network. Now that it's on YouTube and it's getting split and we're not getting nothing, like, this doesn't make sense. What are we doing? What is your channel about? Like, what is this? What's going on? Priscilla comes in and she was, like, asking, like, you know, what's the issue? What's the issue? And I was telling her, like, she's streaming it from 2 different channels. That part didn't make sense. And Priscilla was like, absolutely, that's correct. Like, why did you do that? She was like, why did you do that? And Monica was like, well, because Jag was going live. For some reason, Jag was going live and she wanted to steal their viewers.
She felt like she's trying to justify it and say the reason why she went live on her channel was because she felt like she could steal Jag's followers. Like, you don't even got the amount of followers that Jag got to even steal Jag's followers, so how would you even feel like that was even
And what do that have to do with anything
what
that
the
we
fuck
have
does that
going
got to do
on here?
with us handling business at Zulu Vision TV?
Why we got still followers?
And why we got stuff when we have a draw?
There's billions of people here. We don't
And
we
you're
have a
taking
draw.
something personal and you're letting it affect a business that has nothing to do with your personal vendetta between you and Jag.
So we made no money
Yeah, so
again.
Priscilla was like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? Like, who? She was first
Priscilla-
off, she was like,
He
who
was
was
told
Jag?
her.
First off, she said, who was Jag?
She said, I don't know
like,
who
what
this
is
person
Jag?
is. She has nothing to do
Nothing to do
with
with
what
this.
we're doing or even the people we're trying to reach.
So this is how her and Priscilla fell out.
Well, this
What's
is
the
the
beginning of it?
beginning of it. Because they still were kind of, she went to real life after this and everything, but, or did she?
So,
But
and-
anyways,
Yeah, she didn't. I was supposed to go, but I decided not to go the second time with Priscilla.
And that's just to say that, you know, she was like, the reason why I went live on my channel is because I wanted to steal these people, and then it became, oh, because I have more subscribers than they have, which also didn't matter because she only had like 500. Okay.
And Priscilla told her that. She said both of the channels are small channels. It
It
did not
doesn't
matter.
matter.
It
She
didn't
was
matter.
like, in the way you do YouTube algorithm works, it's about after it continues to grow after the initial day. So you thinking that you were going to reach more people now? No, it's about reaching more people in the long run, where you're trying to build your actual brand at. Like, I want to be clear that this is now 2 things that she has done to undercut and backdoor the business. The first day, this was not a thing that was going to be a live thing. We were going to shoot it, record it, and then release it. The first thing that she did,
pieces.
y'all, and thank you, in pieces. And like you said, we were going to stream some of it and give away for free. Then you were going to have to come to the network and watch the rest. The first thing she did was the day of the recording, set her phone up, and she went live while we were recording on her personal channel.
It was a web camera, but it was
whatever camera. It was on her personal YouTube channel.
I didn't even know that.
It was like an hour of it. The whole show was like an hour and 45 minutes.
She almost
she did like almost.
And then on top of that, people were complaining that the connection was bad.
Everything, and that was something that we were really trying to be. One thing that I will say is that we try to be really professional about how things are presented, and we were already aggravated because we forgot to even mention this part about the date even being changed.
Oh, that's the thing.
The date got changed because go ahead.
The date didn't even get changed till the day before the event. Mind you, the day before the event, Priscilla showed up. She drove from where she lives, and then the camera guy showed up to set up. And
Not only that, we had everything ready too for the catering and everything too. So now we had to reschedule everything and everybody.
Because she said that she didn't have the money to pay Charleston the rest of his.
Because she spent it fixing up the house.
So he's gonna pay him, and he said, if you can't pay me, I'm not coming.
And he did not come.
She didn't find that out till the day before.
Yep.
So now we were like.
So flyers have already been put out. We are already prepared. I already flew out to come and do this event, and now it's not happening.
So this is why Glittery ended up staying even longer than what she originally stayed. Yes. So this is now another month goes on before the show's even
rescheduled again.
And then she reschedules it, and we were like, "Don't pick a date until like we have
the
everything
footage is in our hands,
solidified and everything." Because it's like we want to make sure we got product. I'm tired of having dates and having to change on people. Like I really like consistency.
We wanted everything to be professional.
I like to have a certain image, yes. And I'm like, this is getting chaotic. This is getting like I don't want to.
And this is what was planting seeds of jankiness. This is when people are like, okay, is this a real business? It seems shady, this, that, third, because things are not
we're trying to sell tickets in the midst of all this.
So, and now it's coming later too with the other events. So this is still with the Charleston White event and everything. So the whole thing they had to get rescheduled. So we finally rescheduled the date, and we get everything rescheduled to start. So that's when Princella comes. All the things that we just were telling you guys about. She goes live. So she goes live. That was the whole thing, and like I said, nobody knew about that. But then aside from that, we had already said we had decided how we were going to present this video. Then she decides, no, we're not doing it on the network. We're going to do it on YouTube. Okay, even though we did not want to do that, we said we will do it on YouTube if it is streamed from the
Zulu Vision.
Exactly. And what did she do? We picked a day and a time to drop the video. We go live from the Zulu Vision channel with the video. She goes live from her personal channel and divides the views by doing that.
So now we don't even now we can't even monetize at this point on YouTube
as quickly as
until we get it, because we split subscribers and we split views. The first day she got 53,000, we got 3,000. We had 100 subscribers that day. We went from 0 to like 20 subscribers to 150 subscribers. She went from that to 1,200 subscribers and 53,000 views in the first day. So she outdid us like by thousands.
And she created this energy of competition within her own business, which is crazy. We're all supposed to be working together. So why does it feel like you're trying to kind of build up your own personal YouTube, but using this content that we're all creating together? And then
saying it's a team and that we're all doing this together, but this team ain't making no money. And the only person that's getting recognition is DJ Genesis. And so we was not cool with that, and we was not with it. That's why we was always arguing and going back and forth. That's where all that energy came from, and that's what stimulated from. So, and it was, we kept a lot of that shit built up behind the scenes because we tried to keep it professional, and we tried to keep it amongst ourselves and in-house our own situations.
And we still ended up having a really great show. So please check it out if you haven't. It is on the Zulu Vision YouTube channel because the show was great. We got a lot of great viral moments. The energy was amazing. And that is also where the idea was born for the town hall meeting, which we will tell you about.
The meeting of the minds, right. Which we'll go in the next episode to talk about that. And right now we just want to close it out and just say thank everybody for watching, for rocking with us, coming out and supporting us right here on ZuluVision.tv. Check us out on TZE as well. We got new artists, Crash Crim. We got me, we got Glitter, we got Azim, we got E. And more music to come.
Yeah, stay tuned. Follow us on all social media platforms. We have more episodes to come in this saga, more to tell, more tea to be spilled. So make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you are following us and staying up to date on all things Tribe Zulu, baby.
Thanks for watching this episode of Surviving DJ Genesis, episode 3. I'm Azim Zulu.
I'm Shaka Zulu.
And I'm Glittery Energy.
See you next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Right there. You don't know a nigga like bounce out.
And you know I'm with whatever. Pop out.
Bro, you know I'm about to slide, about to hop out. And don't pull up on the block cause it get dangerous.
This out in the West Block, you know we famous.
I ain't the shooter, I'm the driver, leave you nameless.
Don't get caught slipping, feel like Kodak with the tunnel vision. Fox 5, ABC been on the television.
I'm from Altadena, 100 block, West Side, baby. Put that on my mama, I never let them play me.
Nigga, I'm picturing me, I been sipping.